hello there to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your Monday video. This is not your motivational Monday video. I have to start off by saying that because Sunday and Monday motivational video was combined on yesterday. But I am trying to help you finish strong in this cycle, so that I was about to say this season, but in this cycle, so that you can finish strong, right? And start getting prepared for this new phase within a new cycle starting on the 29th of this month, right? So hopefully this will encourage you all to finish strong. And for some of you all, it may be a motivational Monday video. But again, like I said, I want to help you all prep for this new moon coming. And I'm going to give you a recipe for a Cancer moon bath, right? Which you can use at any time. It's not just for Cancer season, okay? All right, so let's move forward. I want to help you all finish strong, finish out this cycle strong. Let's get it. The energy has already been cleared, Taurus, so let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. There's been a lot of frustration. There's been a lot of tears. For somebody, there has been a lot of disappointment, right? And somebody's overthinking this, but you don't need to overthink it because it's dragging you down into this black hole. So there's a lot of emotions. So that means that your dreams could become more vivid. Your thoughts about something that you need to leave behind is becoming even more vivid. But remember, be careful that it doesn't make you bitter and angry and frustrated, and where it's going to cause you to repeat a cycle, okay? Falling on the bright side of the Cancer moon means that you're more imaginative, more sympathetic, more protective, more tenacious, more loyal. But again, this is in a high frequency, right? Your ancestors are all around you, and they know what you've been lamenting over, right? They already know. Matter of fact, God sent them to comfort you, right? So again, if your dreams become even more vivid and you're frightened or you're scared or you're feeling some kind of way, I'm almost begging you, Taurus, please do not resort to doing something low vibrational, like engaging in any kind of black magic, because sometimes like being like this and being emotionally empty and drained can cause anybody to go low, like real low spiritually, right? So do not engage in any black magic. Don't wish any or pray on anybody's downfall. And I know I don't have to tell you all that because you all are high vibrational, but you know what I'm saying. There are some people who resort to doing very wicked things when they feel emotionally drained by something, like, why can't I stop thinking about this? And they want to go to the dark side. That's why it's so important during this time, right, for you to protect your inner child. And if you have children and somebody's thinking about doing something wicked because you feel like somebody did something to you and hurt you, please consider them. Protect not only your inner child, but also protect your children, and consider them. Please consider them, because you don't want them thrown into a karmic cycle where long after you've moved on, they're trying to come up out of that family karmic cycle, and it's just a mess, right? Don't make a deal with the devil because you feel like somebody has hurt you that bad, right? Think of your children. Seriously, think of your kids. And if you don't have kids, think of your own inner child. You want to get up from this space. You want to get up from this space, and getting up from this space sometimes looking like reaching out to a therapist or, getting some kind of help so that you can, again, find your own inner peace, right? But it's going to require some childlike faith. We're talking about the Six of Cups here, and also spending some time near water, right? Spending time near water, whether you're going to a beach to just replenish those emotions, to cry, or whatever you need to do to protect your inner child. These are the same people, by the way. This is when you're younger and then when you're older. Same dog, younger puppy, older dog. But again, this is where you're going back to your childlike faith. Now, the reason why the Cancer moon, this new moon in Cancer is so powerful is because the moon in Cancer gives you a very mothering energy, a very nurturing energy, right? So if you this is an awakening for somebody. This is a period of awakening for somebody. If you had, this is where you're going to look within yourself for what you might have lacked in your own childhood. So you can create your own home with it. When I say your home, I'm talking about in your own body, right? You can become your own mother. You can become your own father. If you're becoming your own mother, that's becoming more nurturing towards yourself, more compassionate, more giving, also more assertive and protective if you need to be. This is your mother, right? This is your mothering energy. If you need to become your own father, right? More practical, resilient, persistent, systematic, taking care of your physical needs, creating structures around your own life, right? Taking action, right? So somebody wants to really sit down and talk about, because are you holding on to something so tight? You're actually losing grip, right? Let's say, for instance, you didn't have your father in your life, and let's say, or you had a really tumultuous relationship with your father that you wish that you had. Maybe you looked at your neighbors and they had a different kind of relationship with their mom or their dad. This is where you get to not be possessive and vibrate low, because again, your symbol is the bull, where you're almost coming off as bullying somebody, or jealous or lazy because you're emotionally just spent, right? This is a person who is emotionally just drained. You're an earth sign and on dry, and people do anything when they're thirsty, even jumping into toxic waters, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, water represents your emotions and your creativity and all of that. Please, Taurus, like, seriously, protect your inner child. Focus on something that will cause you to stop. Like, I got to think beyond my emotions right now. I got to think beyond it's not just about me. I got to think about, am I jeopardizing other people, right? Because again, the dark side, or repeating a cycle, moving into this new moon in Cancer, will make you more possessive, make you more moody, critical, self-pitying, a nag even. So remember, as an earth sign, during this moon in Cancer, it means that you have unshakable loyalty and strong passions under the influence of Cancer moon. The combination of your sign and Cancer moon gives you the ability to capture the imagination of the public, right? Again, you want to keep it high vibrational. This is also your creativity too. So if you've been thinking about learning how to play a new instrument or something along the creative lines, writing a book, poetry, something, cooking, you could be a chef, whatever, anything having to do with creativity, building websites, whatever it is, tapping into your creativity, your colors within yourself. That's what you want to focus more on. That's going to help nurture you. Something that just makes you, maybe you like art, maybe it's time to go to an art museum or something like that. Something that's going to nurture you, to take your mind off of what hurt you and made you feel abandoned and alone and frustrated. You got to seriously take it all the way back to your childhood. Take it all the way back to, this is not about getting an ex back or hurting them. Be honest with yourself. Did you feel like you were unmothered or unfathered? Be completely honest with yourselves. So let's keep it moving forward. Yeah, so look at this. 10 of Pentacles. This is what Source is trying to send you. That's why I come on here like 4 times a week. I upload a lot of videos because I really want to help people on their journey of getting to the thing that you've been asking for. This is how Source is trying to expand your empire. Source is trying to expand your money, and I mean big money, Taurus, as well as a very happy, healthy family, right? Really happy, healthy family. Are you holding on too tight to your kids because you felt like you were neglected and you want them? Are you over nurturing? I mean, seriously, to a point where it comes across as bullying and manipulative. Are you doing that, right? Because you felt like you weren't nurtured, and but it'll have an adverse effect, right? But I see clear messages coming through to you all for balance, right? Let your kids go a little bit. Know that they heard you, heard your advice, right? But don't get hostile. Don't give the energy of being hostile, because I'm telling you, somebody is going to lose their family if they are holding on too tight because you felt like you weren't mothered or fathered enough, right? Here we have the Hangman, right? Hangman. So clear messages are coming through. Somebody getting some clear messages through, and that message is scaring somebody. Like, that message is terrifying somebody. Like, you're gonna lose some people that you're trying to hold on too tight to if you don't pull it together. I'm trying to give you everything you wanted. I'm talking about the wealth. I mean, and I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about richness, where you're creating legacy, where I'm not trying to bully you to stay in my life. I'm not trying to manipulate you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I see increase when it comes to your family and when it comes to your money. So if there's a in-law or a whatever, or daughter-in-law, son-in-law, father or mother-in-law, that's expansion of your family, but it's also expansion of your wealth. You are in a key position to be a matriarch or a patriarch of a family based on you allowing a certain thing to happen moving forward. I'm telling you, this moon in Cancer is causing everybody to be more emotional. Your intuition is extremely heightened. Your feelings are all over the place, because again, this is Cancer is called the mother sign. That's very nurturing. And also it's called the money sign. So if you feel like there's some lack in nurturing or lack in your money, source is trend. You said you wanted to expand, right? You know, somebody may be having a new grandchild or grandchildren or whatever on the way. But again, you're going to have to deal with this internally and be in a posture of gratitude. This is not, yeah, well, you know what? That's not the son or daughter-in-law that I want, or I can't stand my mother-in-law or father-in-law. No, this is where you're saying, okay, source, I asked for expansion. So I'm grateful for that. Teach me how to nurture myself so I don't operate in a spirit of fear, a spirit of doubt, a spirit of whatever, addiction. I don't start to vibrate low and start being addicted to something, because a lot is at stake here. But I see a great outcome for you all if you all could just be patient with source, right? Because that's what you're being patient with. You're being patient with source that resides within. So yeah. So like I said before, you know, getting away from the hostile energy, even if you had, let's say you had a child with somebody and you don't get along with that person, you still have an opportunity to turn some things around. You have some opportunity to turn some things around where there is wealth, there's expansion. The source is working on everybody. Source is working on everybody, right? So when I talk about the recipe for Cancer moon bath, you can get a half or up to a cup of Epsom salts. You can get the liquid Epsom salt or the salt, the bag of salt. Taurus, a few drops of lavender and rosemary oil. You can also get a rose quartz or moonstone. That's a rose quartz. That's what it looks like. That's a rough stone, but I also have smooth stones too. And then you want to add everything to a warm bath of water, including the crystal. You also want to light some candles and play some soothing music. You also want to stay in the bath or shower, stand-up shower, bath, whatever, for 15 to 20 minutes and just breathe. Like, just really breathe through all of this, right? Talk to source. Remember, on the 23rd of this month, Venus entered Gemini, and so it's reminding us to the power of communication within our relationships. And that first relationship is between you and source, right? So talk to source. Like, open your mouth and talk to source and tell source what your desires are. If your desires are to get along with, you know, some new additions within your family, or some old relationships you're trying to, you know, for the sake of say the sake of the kids or sake of whomever in the family, ask source, like, how source can this be a harmonious thing where everybody is releasing anger and frustration and disappointment from their past, so that we can all be in a very nurturing environment, right? So that we can all be in a very nurturing environment, because it goes beyond just you. You don't want to be dragged down into this hole, and then you have a, you know, long after your body has been laid to rest and your spirit has ascended, you left behind a legacy of this dark hole of despair and all of that. 9 of Pentacles. Source is really trying to send you financial independence. That's why it's so much at stake. That's why emotions are all over the place and crazy, because source is really, really trying to bless you financially, not just with your money big time, but also with family, like enriching these family relationships. Yeah, so if you have a child or children with somebody and it has never really gone in the right direction, that may be something you want to talk to source about. Help me with some words. Do I need to humble myself? You know what? You know, this is where you don't want to be bullheaded towards something, because sources. This is why somebody's been having such a rough time, because it's a lot of money coming your way. Source knows deeply what we want, deep down, the other stuff that people don't even know what we want. Source knows what we all want. It's going to really, really make us happy. So yeah. ground yourselves. Somebody really needs to really sit down and meditate and ground themselves and be real honest with yourselves. Or do you have energies around you that's keeping you repeating a cycle? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is your adult children? Who's helping you to repeat a cycle? Is it your friends? Those energies are sabotaging what source is trying to send your way. Or is it the fear of rejection? What is it? What is it? You got to ask source for the answer. So that's what I see for you. And so let's see what else we have here. Your number for today is number 2, diplomatic. I am diplomatic. One of the things you got to remember before I read this card is that during this time where everybody is feeling that they need more nourishing or more nurturing and more nurturing, and then and very magnetic, right? That's that mothering sign. Plus the mother sign is Cancer, as well as the money sign is Cancer, right? People are feeling like they need more nurturing or more mothering during this time. You got to remember, you're not the only person on the planet that is feeling this right now, right? Moving towards this, dreams becoming very vivid and all of that. And so you don't want to be in a situation where you're throwing yourself into this deep, dark, black hole of despair and just feeling hopeless by already in your mind thinking, okay, I don't want to have that conversation because I already know how it ended it is a very hostile situation. I ended up crying. Somebody ended up crying. It was just horrible. And especially if there are kids involved, like, come on, like, let's get it together. Seriously, here you have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any solution and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. A person who is a manipulator already knows that they have lost control. That's why they manipulate, right? You don't have to manipulate people. Either they're gonna submit to source or they're not, and you are not their source. So the outcome may not be what you want it to be, but they know that they're submitting to source. You just do with your job and let source work on them. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something surrounding some money situation. Like it's something surrounding money, and somebody is real scared that they're losing on family members when source is trying to expand. You've been talking about expansion, right? Expanding your money, expanding family. That's what somebody's afraid of. Somebody's afraid of their family. Your commitment is being tested, right? Cancer. Yeah, Cancer. Even though it's not the first quarter moon in Cancer, it's a new moon in Cancer coming up on the 29th, but that'll be on the thumbnail, so you'll see the dates. But this is giving you an opportunity to prepare. Like I said, giving you an opportunity to prepare. So once you have that bath of things that I've been telling you, like the Epsom salts, the drops of rosemary and lavender oil, the rose quartz or moonstone, and you're staying in the bath for 15 to 20 minutes and just breathing, you're going to let yourself float. Like, close your eyes, whether you're standing up in the shower or but you're going to envision yourself floating in a body of water, just feeling safe and protected and nurtured, right? And then when you're done, when you're finished, watch as the water drains away, and then visualize old energy draining away and being absorbed by the earth, right? Just all of those, whatever, the fear, the doubt that if I have a conversation or whatever, this is not you trying to be besties with people. This is you being so secure with who you are. This is about you feeling secure, you being so secure with who you are that you're not threatened by other people's energy, so threatened, in fact, that you go into manipulation mode. You don't need to do that, right? That is what I have for you, Taurus. Again, continue to protect your peace. Continue to operate from a place of security by nurturing yourselves, right? By mothering and fathering yourselves. And just let source do the rest, okay? That's what I have for you, and I will see you on Wednesday. And remember, Wednesday kicks off the new moon in Cancer, so it extends from the 29th to July 5th, but you'll see that in the thumbnail. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.